YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD and I'm back again with another video, guys. And today's video is going to be on 5 guys that you can get as a sleeper in your fantasy football draft, guys. Yes, 5 guys. So listen, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button on this video and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And today I have a guest. I got my homie Matt from the Fantasy Headliners, guys. So today we're going to each give you 5 guys at each position that I believe and he believed there are sleepers that you can get with great ADP values. So, Matt, you start. You the guest today.
All right, bro, and I appreciate it. So check it out. So I'm going to start with my quarterback position. All right, so this is a guy that a lot of people have not really been high on, and, for a lot of reasons. But one in particular, the reason why I think he's going to be a great value, especially at his ADP this season, is Carr. Now, we all know he's bringing in his longtime friend, close companion that he played back at Fresno State, Davante Adams, right? But here's the thing, just real quick, I just want to go into, I like his situation. I like with Josh McDaniels coming in, being the OC, what he's going to bring into this whole situation with Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller, and of course, Davante Adams. So you look at it, out of process of elimination, with all these guys, these high-scoring PPR guys, Carr is going to have to be within the conversation as a top quarterback. So I really like him with his ADP. Running back, Melvin Gordon. This is a guy that I really, think that he can produce. So if we go back and look at it, Nathaniel Hackett coming into the season, or actually before he even got to Denver, he's always had running back by committees. Even in Green Bay, with Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, most recently with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Same thing, and he's already came out and said this year it's going to be the same thing. A lot of people want Javonte to be this guy, and he's got great talent. But Melvin Gordon, you can get him late, 10th, 11th round, and he's going to have a 50-50 split. So I love Melvin Gordon. Tight end, Mike Gesicki. I love the situation that he's in, bringing in a new OC, Mike McDaniels. That's just a phenomenal offense. You got Tyreek Hill, you got Waddle, you got all these pass catchers, so he's going to have to compete for that intermediate position or those targets. But now that you got Reed and you also got Waddle, it's going to take a lot of pressure, off of Mike Gesicki.
Yes.
So he's going to see a lot of open targets. So I love Mike Gesicki. And then lastly, for me, at the wide receiver position, Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool is probably one of the guys that I'm most excited about this season as far as sleeper picks. They're going to put him at what they call a power slot position. So now you got Pickens on one side, you got Deontay Johnson on the other side. Claypool is going to kill in that middle. Anything underneath the zone, I'm talking about end around, slants, he's going to get all those intermediate targets, man. This guy is 6'4", 240-something pounds. That's Derrick Henry out there running receiver. So a lot of people want to think Deontay Johnson is the number one. I beg to differ. It's Claypool. So mark my words. Go out there and get Chase Claypool. So those are my guys that I like.
I like that list. And by the way, did I say 5 guys or did I say 4?
I think you said 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will have a bonus guy for you at the end of our list.
Yeah.
So just work with us here, guys. So we're giving 4 guys in each position, but we will give you a bonus.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I like your list, man. I like especially Gesicki. I like him. I think he's not gonna have a lot of people trying to take him away, so he's gonna get a lot of one-on-one coverage because of Water and Tyreek. So I love it. But guys, starting with my quarterbacks. The quarterback that I think that you should be targeting, and you're going to get him for a value, and I actually think this guy can win the MVP, and this is Kirk Cousins. Yes, Kirk Cousins. Not Kurt. Kirk Cousins. That's what he want to be called, Kirk. So listen, guys, they got a new offensive coordinator. We know that Zimmerman was a guy that loved to run the ball because he didn't want his quarterbacks to lose the game. But that pigeonholes you. That way, when I say pigeonhole you, that means that you can't win big games because your quarterback is not putting the ball downfield enough for you to win these big games. But with this new offensive coordinator, O'Connell, coming in, he's already worked with Kirk in Washington. He knows Kirk. So Kirk is going to be throwing a high value to Justin Jefferson, Also to Thielen, the touchdown guy. Also Irv Smith Jr., he's back from an injury from last year. And we also know what KJ Osborne is as a slot, so he's really good too. So I think Kirk Cousins can lead this league in touchdowns. Yes, he can do that. I'm not saying yards, but touchdowns, I think he can. They're gonna put actually the team on his shoulders this year, not Dalvin Cook. So I like Kirk Cousins. The next guy as a running back that I think you should be getting, that's a sleeper. He's got really great value. It's Rashad Penny. Yes, I know he's been hurt his whole career, but that's career. You know, career can change from year to year. So for 3 years, a guy can be hurt, and then after that, he might not get hurt no more. So I believe Rashad Penny, because of the value that he's going to face in Seattle with Pete Carroll, what he likes to do with a quarterback they probably going to have a quarterback that's not known. So what you're going to do, you're going to run the ball a lot with Rashad Penny and then play action there and throw it to DK and Tyler. So I love Rashad Penny. All he needs to do, guys, is stay healthy, and you have a top 12 RB. I think he has the potential to be top 5. So all he needs is to stay healthy. You got a great running back. Moving on to tight end. And this guy, I've talked about him in previous videos, but it's David Njoku. Yes, I said David Njoku. Now, I know what we know about Deshaun Watson. He could be suspended indefinitely. I don't care. They gave David Njoku $50 million. You're not going to give a tight end $50 million. This is one of the most volatile positions it is. So you can just get him out and bring in and let Hunter Bryant step into that spot. You know what I'm saying? So why are you using David Njoku? Because they know he's a phenom athlete. He's learning to play the tight end position as a professional. So I believe no matter who's the quarterback, Brissett, Baker Mayfield, yes, I said it, even if Baker stays there, David Njoku will be okay.
Right.
So he's gonna command a $50 million value, which is targets. So you don't give a guy $50 million for 3 targets a game. That's what I think his average is for his career, is 3 to 4 targets. I said he gets 6 this year. So I like David Njoku. And my receiver guys that I think you should be picking up is Tim Patrick. Yes, I said it. Tim Patrick from the Denver Broncos. Now listen, Courtland Sutton and Jerry Judy are very talented, but they not the hard-working, come from the bottom of the barrel Tim Patrick. Guys, don't you know there's more undrafted Hall of Famers than there is drafted Hall of Famers? These guys, when they are undrafted, they build a type of essence of they're going to outwork everybody. So Courtland Sutton and Jerry Judy, if they make any kind of missteps, Tim Patrick will come in there and take their spot because he's Mr. Consistent. If you look at his drop weight rate, it's probably the best in the league in the last 5 years. So Tim Patrick is a guy that if anything happened to any of these receivers, you got a guy that can move into that place and command a nice volume. Also, guys, even if them guys don't get hurt, Tim Patrick's still going to have big weeks. So to me, and that's just me, if it's a guy that I'm targeting late on this team to get a good value, I'm not targeting Courtland Sutton early. I'm not targeting Jerry Judy early. I'd rather get Tim Patrick later in the draft where it's not going to hurt me or it can help me. But I'd rather take him there where I don't take a high capital guy like Courtland Sutton or Jerry Judy where if they get hurt, it hurts my team. Tim Patrick, whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. So I love Tim Patrick. And, bro, before I rebuttal you, just give a bonus guy.
Okay. Great list, by the way.
Appreciate it.
So my bonus guy, man, is a guy that I've been on pretty high in this off season. You know, especially on my Twitter. You can go look at my Twitter page. I've been talking about this guy even before he got drafted, even before he had a landing spot. And I made a comment. It's controversial because a lot of people probably don't agree with this, but you will see. I even said he's going to be better than his brother, and his brother plays in the NFL right now, and that's James Cook. James Cook actually could be a receiver. He could be a wide receiver 1 if they switch his position. I'm not one that typically likes, guys that switch their positions or anything like that. But if he was to just play solely wide receiver, he could be a wide receiver 1. That's how great his hands are, route running, his burst, his lateral movement, all of that. I mean, he's more than a running back. But long story short, James Cook, for me, is a bonus guy, and he's a guy that you can get not only in Dynasty, but in ReDraft this year. Falling into that offense with Buffalo, playing alongside, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. Josh Allen, they're not wanting Josh to do a lot of running. They want to preserve him, right? So they got to get a pass catching back who can get out in space, who can create these mismatches that they need. James Cook is one of these guys, man. They tried to get J.D. McKissick. For whatever reason, he went back to Washington. I thought that was a mistake, but whatever. And it was talk early in the offseason they was trying to get CMC. So that let me know all in a nutshell by them drafting James Cook, what their thought process is and how they're going to use him. Devin Singletary is great. He's going to have his role, but James Cook is going to be phenomenal, especially in PPR. So go out and get James Cook.
Yep, I like that. I love James Cook. And he's a sleeper because people don't think he's going to finish as high as you think he's going to finish or be better than Dalvin. So I agree he's a sleeper, but I think a lot of people are on him, but maybe not to the level. So I like that. I like that James Cook. Guys, my guy is going to be a wide receiver, and this guy's going to be Hunter Renfro. Now listen, I know it's a lot of targets there, and Matt doesn't agree with me as high as I'm putting Hunter Renfro, but I believe that this guy could, and this is edgy, he could lead them in targets. I don't think he's going to have as many as touchdowns and many as yards as Devontae Adams, but I believe he could lead this team in targets because he plays the slot receiver on a Josh McDaniel offense. You tell me one year where you seen a Josh McDaniels offense have a weak slot. He's probably, every year that Josh McDaniels has been coaching offense, his slot has probably led the league in targets. So I like Hunter Renfro leading this team in targets and PPR points, just being bombarded with targets. Now, Devontae, it's Devontae. I'm not saying he's better than Devontae, but I believe Hunter Renfro, because of his skill set, that's what drew Josh McDaniels to there. I know about, well, he got him there and he got Darren Waller. No, he needed a slot receiver and he needed a good quarterback. And I believe that Derek Carr and Hunter Renfro camaraderie is what sold Josh McDaniels when he think he can rebuild this team and make it great. So I love Hunter Renfro. I think you just draft him. You don't worry about Waller. You don't worry about Devontae Adams. I think you just worry about him targeting Hunter Renfro to help open this whole offense up. That's what I believe. So, and as far as rebutting you, bro, I'm gonna be certainly honest. I can't rebuttal none of these guys.
Right.
Derek Carr is a value. He got all these weapons. Melvin Gordon, is anything happening to Devontae? What is Melvin Gordon? A top 12 RB?
Yeah, at the least.
At the least,
yeah,
right?
I agree.
Gasecki, all those weapons, you just ask him Gasecki just catch the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he's never gonna face a double team.
No.
Never face a double team. Chase Claypool, that's your guy, and you've been on that.
Yeah.
I seen it through like the algorithms where people are saying that Chase Claypool will have a great season, but actually, I hope so, bro. I actually can see him being in that power slot position and using him the way they used him as a rookie. So I can't rebuttal none of your guys, bro.
Yeah, and to be frankly honest, I'm kind of in the same vein as far as your list. The only thing I can say, and I don't even think it's necessarily a rebuttal, but for me with the Tim Patrick, I get, and we've had conversations off camera about this. I do like that pick. For me personally, I think it's not even a rebuttal, but I think KJ Hamlin is a guy that I would keep my eyes on, you know, especially late in drafts. You know, just because, and a lot of people want to compare him to Tyler Lockett, and I get it. I get the speed, you know, the size and all of that.
Okay.
But my thing is, and you know I'm big on this about chemistry combos.
Yeah,
That's my little term.
Okay.
I like it when I see that in off season, in OTAs.
Okay.
When I see a combo between the quarterback and the receiver, I start to pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And I like the tendencies of what the quarterback likes to look at, especially when he gets in trouble and he just, it's almost like a sixth sense.
Yes.
Or, you know, something he falls back on. Russell Wilson has that type of chemistry or cohesiveness with these type of guys.
Yes.
You know, there's the slot receivers and those fast guys who can get vertical. KJ Hamlin to me is that guy, and I've seen it in the offseason where he kind of leans on him a lot, right?
Okay.
So for me, you know, like I said, Tim Patrick, I love it. I actually like all your, you know, you guys on your list, but Tim Patrick, I get it. I just would probably look at KJ Hamler as a dart throw.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
late in drafts.
Okay. And I think I know he's the deep threat. I know Russell can throw the ball deep, so it makes sense. I just believe Tim Patrick is going to be the most healthiest receiver on this team that you can rely on. That's the only thing that I'm banking on with that. He's just a reliable guy. He's not more talented than anybody, right, on this receiving corps. But I just feel like he's got his staple because he's been available. Sometimes being available is the best thing.
I agree.
So, guys, thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. And smash that thumbs up button, guys. Also, guys, go follow him at, go ahead, give your Twitter handle, bro.
My Twitter handle is MattGalloway34. Again, MattGalloway34. And also go to fantasyheadlines.com. We got a draft guide that's coming out soon. You can see a lot of my content that I've put in, work on some of my player profiles and different articles on there. So go check it out.
Yep. And like I said, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Also, guys, go to my OnlyFans. If you want to play against guys like me and Mac and compete against us and beat us, or pick up our essence the way we draft and do different things with zero RB, hero RB, discount drafting, what you call it, the tandem? What's your quarterback tandem?
What I like to call is chemistry combos.
Chemistry combos.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you go and subscribe to my OnlyFans. Only $10 a month. Your grandfather Klaus in. The link is in the description box. Peace!